Uh-oh. 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 Is it that Vyyyper cat again? Is it that Vyyyper cat again? Not Vyyyper again. Yo, weren't we here just less than, what, 12 hours ago? Wait, how long? Wait a minute. So I went in Think Live. No, it was over 12 hours ago, right? So it was like 17 hours ago. I think it was like 17 hours ago that we were just here, yo. Like I told y'all gonna get sick of me at some point. But we back in the building. We're live again. And we gonna be hanging out for the next hour or whatever, chilling as my journey to Apple Vision Pro continues out here, yo. And that's what we doing. But good morning, hello, how y'all doing? Happy Saturday. Good to see y'all. Appreciate y'all dropping in and hanging out with me for a few minutes. I know Saturday is the time where everybody likes to go out and do their own thing. And let me mute myself. The Saturday is the time that you guys like to go out and relax and do whatever it is that you want to do. But I appreciate you being here. Gwendolyn. Hey, Gwendolyn, how you doing? Good to see you, Miss Gwendolyn G. Hopefully you're doing well. Happy Saturday to you. But yeah, we're hanging out, yo. We are hanging out. We're live. And again, we are still here trying to raise this money to acquire the Apple Vision Pro, which goes on pre-order a week, less than a week from today. Less than a week now. 6 days, we are in the building with the pre-order for the Apple Vision Pro. Cool Gamer, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Appreciate you dropping in and hanging out with your boy Vyyyper. So thank you for that. So you guys got any questions, comments you want to talk about? Feel free to drop them in the chat. And also, as well, if you guys are able, consider donating. I am trying to raise money for Apple Vision Pro, and anything that you could donate would be greatly appreciated. You have two ways to donate. You can donate via YouTube Super Chat, or if you want to make sure I get 100% of your donation, you can donate via PayPal if you can do that. The PayPal link is right there in the chat for you. That way, when you donate, I get 100% of their donation, as opposed to when you donate via YouTube Super Chat, I get 70% of it because they take 30%. So whatever's easier for you guys to do, I just appreciate y'all supporting me on this long odyssey and rocking and rolling and trying to raise this money and just hanging out for 31 days in a row, man. It's crazy every time I say that, right? 31 days in a row. 31 days in a row. Like, wow. Like, that's crazy. Live streaming 31 days in a row. And I know that there are people out there that live stream every day for their job and different things like that. But this is not a normal thing for me. Like, live streaming 31 days in a row, like, I've done it a couple of times in my career. But it's definitely not something that I do on any sort of regular basis. So anytime I undertake something like this, it's always crazy to me that I could be out here live streaming. Now, we are live earlier today because I told you guys on the weekends I do want to stream a little bit earlier. And that's basically to give people across the world a better chance to come hang out. Because when I stream later in the evening during the week, it makes it more difficult from the people from across the world to hang out because it's usually later in their day or really early in the morning. So when I stream early in the morning, it's like mid-afternoon for them, maybe evening for them. It's easier for people across the world to join me when I stream earlier. So I try to change up the time to accommodate the different audiences that rock with me, no matter where you live at. So that's why we go earlier on the weekends. And again, I appreciate everybody being here and rocking out with your boy Vyyyper. I know Nick Nimmin is live streaming. I think he's winding up his live stream right now, probably. That's why I like to wait a little bit later to not interfere with my man Nick Nimmin. But we here. We're live for the next hour, hanging out with my people, with Vyyyper Nation, as we talk tech and whatever else is on your mind. So again, if you got questions, comments, feel free to throw them in the chat as we talk about whatever it is that's on your mind, man. You got, hey Gwendolyn, I forget, I believe I haven't asked you yet, but Gwendolyn, I know how you roll. So are you getting this Apple Vision Pro, Gwendolyn? Are you going out there and getting Apple Vision Pro? Because Gwendolyn don't mess around, yo. Usually Gwendolyn is on top of stuff. So Gwendolyn, are you getting Apple Vision Pro? Are you getting that? Or are you going to live vicariously through me, Trenton, and anybody else that gets this device? I'm curious as to what Gwendolyn G is doing on this particular release. Is she here? Is she getting this, or is she letting it slide this time? I'm wondering. I am curious. That's my call, fool. I'm getting hot here. So I think my house is trying to burn me down again. Let me double check this real quick. Pretty sure that's what's happening. Oh no, I'm just okay. Nope, not trying to burn me down. That's weird. Why am I so warm? Oh wow, craziness. But Yeah. And again, we're back on the OBS with the extra crispy content. Uh, Finally getting the hang of this OBS stuff a little bit. All obviously, like I told you guys before, I normally use StreamYard. Love using StreamYard. Love the team over there. I love the product over there. But StreamYard is announcing, or they will be at some point this year, enabling live streaming in 4K. And when they do, Vyyyper will be over there testing that out. Absolutely, without a doubt. Looking very forward to live streaming in 4K via StreamYard just to see what that looks like. And yeah, that's going to be legit. Looking forward to that. All right, so something happened last night in Chicago that I want to talk about because it's kind of crazy and it's very annoying, and it just goes to show where people's heads are at. And I think it's weird. It's weird behavior. So, for those of y'all who are not familiar, the Chicago Bulls, which is an NBA team, basketball team. Michael, I know you all are familiar with Michael Jordan, right? So back in the 90s, Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls won 6 NBA championships, right? So 6 NBA titles back in the 90s with Jordan and the rest of those boys. So last night, the Chicago Bulls they had made a Ring of Honor, and a lot of sports franchises have these Ring of Honors, and in these Ring of Honors, they induct their most influential or most impactful players, coaches, different things like that. So last night, the Chicago Bulls were doing their inaugural Ring of Honor induction for that team of 1996, the Jordan team or whatever. And one of the inductees into that Ring of Honor was the general manager of the Bulls at the time, whose name is Jerry Krause. Now, they were inducting Jerry Krause into the Ring of Honor, obviously, because he helped architect those 6 NBA championships for the Chicago Bulls. Unfortunately, Jerry Krause, I think, passed away back in 2017, but his wife was there last night to accept the honor on his behalf. His widow, I should say, not his wife, his widow, wife, whatever. But she was there. Why in the hell, when they announced Jerry Krause as part of the induction ceremony, a lot of the people, a lot of the fans in the stadium started booing because they announced his induction into the Ring of Honor? Again, Jerry Krause was the architect. Now, it is known that he wasn't a well-liked individual by the players back in the 90s because he was the one that was held responsible for breaking up the dynasty. He's the reason why Jordan left and everything like that and stuff like that. So he's not a very liked individual. But the man passed away 7 years ago. And his wife is there to accept the honor because even though, if you like him or not, he was still the architect of that dynasty back in the day. So when they get to his name and they start inducting him or whatever, the stadium boos. And you could literally see the camera cuts to his wife. She's like crying and just waving people off or whatever because she's visibly uncomfortable with the way they're booing this man as he's getting inducted into the Ring of Honor. This is such childish behavior by adults who should know better and understand what was going on at the time, right? Obviously, in the 90s, when you're really into the thick of it, I can understand booing Jerry Krause back when he was alive anyway, right? But he's not even alive anymore, and you're booing him while his wife is trying to be there to accept the honor of him being inducted into the Ring of Honor. So it's just childish, ridiculous, stupid behavior that it just goes to show why fans are fans and fans are not employed by these sports organizations to do anything with that has a legitimate business tie to it. Like, you would never want a fan running your front office operations of your sports organization because they would do everything based off emotion and no progress would be made because every decision by a fan will be emotional. You got to be a complete idiot to be in that stadium last night booing this woman who had nothing to do with Jerry Krause other than the fact that she's his widow. Why are you booing? He passed away, but he still architected the 6 championships that came to Chicago in the 90s. But these dumbass fans are booing while his wife is sitting there drowning in these boos. It's just so classless and so stupid. Like, what are we doing here? So it's an unfortunate thing that happened in Chicago last night. It's all over the damn news. It's probably national news at this point. And it's a bad look for our city. Like, that is not Chicago. That's stuff that you would expect in, like, in New York or Philadelphia or whatever the case may be. That is not behavior that you normally see in Chicago. And it's just, wow, man. it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, including myself, just because it's uncalled for, it's unnecessary, and your boos aren't even directed at the person that's responsible for what happened with the dynasty. He's dead. He passed away. Like, what are we talking about here? What are you booing for? Like, that's his wife, his family, yo. Like, oh wow. So that's what happened last night in Chicago. It's just ridiculous, and it's crazy, man. It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, but that's what people that don't have the knowledge about the situation, that's what they do when they don't understand stuff. They boo it because they're doing everything off emotion and they're not using logic to understand why things are happening the way that they're happening. So it was an unfortunate moment in Chicago sports history that will be infamous now forever. But again, that's why you got fans and that's why you have professionals. And professionals are not fans. Professionals are using the analytics and the data to make their decisions. The fans are just using their emotions and making emotional based choices. And we know that doing things based on emotion isn't always the best way to execute a business strategy. And last night was perfect proof of that. You can't do that, man. That's just a bad look. It's a bad look for everybody. It's terrible. So it was an unfortunate situation. Shows why people can't be trusted to not use their emotions in situations where their emotions are not warranted. And there we go. But shout out to the 5 or 6 people watching. I know there's a few of y'all lurking out there. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, man. I just wanted to bring that up because I just felt like that was a very unfortunate situation, and it happened in Chicago, and it's just stupid. It's dumb. But I appreciate y'all lurking. I know you can't comment either because you're watching on the TV or you're just you're listening to me in the background as you go about your day. I appreciate you. I appreciate you hanging out with Vyyyper, so thank you for that. Hey, we got Joe out there. What's up, Joe? How you doing? Appreciate you being here. What's going on with you, sir? Fit Blonde said, don't get her started on the bull. Bro, it was unfortunate. Like, that was just bad. It was absolutely terrible. Like, what are we doing here? Kyle, what's up, sir? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well, Kyle. Appreciate you dropping in, my guy. But yeah, it was such a dumb situation. It was so stupid. That woman is literally crying out there because she felt like even though she wasn't getting booed, it felt like they were booing her, and it was just so dumb. Like, what are we doing? So it's unfortunate, man. It's dumb. Oh man, it's crazy. I don't know. It's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. But again, good morning. Happy Saturday. Appreciate y'all being here on my journey to Apple Vision Pro. As I told you guys before, I am trying to raise money for Vision Pro. You got 2 ways to donate. You can hit me with a YouTube super chat, or you can hit the PayPal link, which is also in the chat. Whatever way is easier for you guys. The reason why the PayPal link is in there because if you donate via PayPal, I get 100% of that donation. If you donate via YouTube, they take 30% of your donation. So that's why the PayPal is in there, and just make sure that I get all the money and different things like that. So, yeah, that's what it is. Fit Blonde says, I already know why Jordan and Pippen weren't at the game last night. So here, okay, let's talk about this. This is the other thing. So Michael Jordan, as I explained before, is the big reason why the Bulls won 6 championships, right? He's the greatest basketball player that ever lived, probably the most famous athlete that will ever be in our lifetime. He was not at the Ring of Honor ceremony last night, nor was Scottie Pippen, his right-hand man. And the reason why neither one of them were at the ceremony last night is because they don't like each other. Like, that's just what it is. They hate each other. They don't like each other. They want nothing to do with each other. And they are involved in a weird situation involving Jordan's child. So, and Pippen's ex-wife, it's a mess. I'm not going to get into it. But they were not there last night because they don't like each other, clearly. It is really unfortunate that these guys played together in the 90s to bring the Bulls 6 championships, and they could not come together for one night. They could not reunite for one night to accept their induction into the Ring of Honor for that team and things like that, all because of their petty childish squabble and, well, I guess not really childish, but because of their disagreements. I guess I shouldn't really take light of their disagreement because it's pretty major, what's going on with those two. But still, it is unfortunate. They were 2 of the cornerstones of that championship dynasty, and they could not come together because of the situation that happened with them and their family. So it sucks. And it's kind of a piss poor moment for the fans because you want to see your favorite players reunite in that particular situation. And that was just never going to happen. And I don't think it's ever going to happen. And it's unfortunate because of the stupid stuff, but what can you do? Joe said blame Pippen for that. He ruined his relationship with MJ to sell a few copies of his book. It goes deeper than that, man. It's a lot deeper than that, my dude. But that's part of it, absolutely. Fit Blonde says when Pippen's acting doing things, yeah, that's the home run hitter right there. That's why they don't like each other really, because Pippen's ex-wife Jordan's son it's just weird. It's a weird situation. Again, I'm not gonna go into it too much on this live stream, but you can just do your Google research if you want to know the full extent of what's going on with Jordan and Pippen. It's just an ugly situation, yo. They don't like each other clearly, but it sucks because you would have liked to have seen them reunited for one night to accept their induction into that Ring of Honor in front of all the fans that kind of watched the Bulls through the 90s and different things like that. But they will never reunite. That's a reunion that will never happen. And you got all the other players that was on that 96 team that was there. Steve Kerr, Luke Longley, different things like that. They were all there. Even Phil Jackson was there last night. But Jordan and Pippen, nowhere to be found. Robin wanted to be there, but he couldn't because of the weather. He couldn't get into Chicago because of the weather yesterday, obviously. So that kind of stuff. But it was unfortunate, man. It's just a terrible situation all around. But Joe says, yeah, but that's not MJ's fault. Market, yeah, that's not MJ's fault. But it doesn't really help his relationship with Pippen, though. that does not help the relationship with Scottie Pippen when you got that situation happen. Like I said, I'm not gonna get too into it on the live stream, but that whole situation is kind of it's twisted, yo. It's like ooh, twisted, yo. It's crazy out here. I can't get into that situation on the airwaves. I cannot talk about that on the YouTube airwave, but it's a crazy situation for sure. Hey, Chantel, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. Happy I think it's still Saturday where you are. Happy Saturday to you. Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, that was a crazy situation. I can't get too much into it on the live stream, but y'all know it. If you know, you know. Like one of those things. If you know, you know. All right. What else is going on? You know. All right. There's something else. There's something else going on in Chicago media that it's not even Chicago media. It's just an epidemic as far as journalism goes that's really happening right now. But it really it's Sunday. Okay. Oh, it's Sunday now. Damn. Wow, you're still up at 3:20? Holy crap. Well, you need to go to bed, Chantel. Go to bed. Get your rest, Chantel. Get your rest. I appreciate you stopping in, but you can go get your rest. It's cool. I got you. So there's something else going on in the media and journalism today, and it's really starting to annoy the hell out of me. And part of this is Elon's fault, but the big part of it is just people not doing justice to journalism in its truest form. So there was a tweet that was posted out there yesterday about a potential NFL player and how he doesn't want to play for the Chicago Bears, this, that, and the other, right? Now, because this particular person has a blue check mark next to their name, a lot of people ran with this tweet like it was truth, like it was actual reality. But in fact, the tweet was fake in and of itself. But because people don't take the time to do their actual research about things that are being tweeted by blue check marks out there, everybody ran with this particular tweet. And it made it to national media. Like actually an actual media guy from Fox Sports made a TikTok about this fake tweet like it was real information. And had he done a modicum of actual research, he would have known quickly that the tweet came from a satire account. So, and it's not just this situation. This happens a lot. Even on Twitter, especially since Elon gave everybody the blue check mark via paying for it, you have accounts popping up left and right, posting fake news because they have the blue check mark now. I remember when Elon changed the verification requirements, one of the first things that happened was a fake Eli and Lilly account tweeted about the price of insulin going down and insulin being free. And that single tweet actually impacted Eli and Lilly's stock price. Even though the tweet was fake, it wasn't even a real Eli Lilly account. But because it said Eli and Lilly and had a check mark on it, everybody took it and ran with it, and it dropped their stock price. So the fact that people are not actually sourcing their information before they put it out there or before they actually take it as Bible is pretty pathetic, especially for paid journalists. The NFL guy that took and ran with that fake tweet, he's a paid NFL journalist on a show, on a TV show. He gets paid to talk about the NFL, but yet he could not be bothered to do his research on a fake tweet. And he put that on his TikTok like it was real. And it highlights a much more systemic problem with journalism today. Nobody is actually fact-checking anything anymore. Everybody wants to be first instead of being right. And it's really making journalism look hella bad because it makes it difficult to figure out who you can legitimately trust as a credible journalist. Now, as it relates to the NFL and different things like that, there's only 2 NFL people that I trust to put out actual news that's factual. And if you're in the NFL and you follow the NFL news like that, you know who I'm talking about. But I really need people to like check their stories and check their sources before they run with information that is put out there, especially if it's like highly controversial stuff or stuff that just does not make sense. Check your sources, man. Stop running with stuff that's not true, because it only takes a few minutes of research to either confirm or deny a rumor out there. It's the unfortunate the world that we live in, where people are rushing to be first and not correct and truthful and factual anymore. It's just who can get the hot clickbait crap out there first. It's terrible, man. It's so terrible. But this is the world that we live in, and it's very unfortunate that we live in this world. But like I said, Elon kind of made this worse because he made verification pretty easy for anybody to get. So now you got all these fake accounts running out there spitting not credible information, and it makes the platform harder to use, because there used to be a time where I could use Twitter to get out real factual information, but now we got every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there trying to be first to report fake news. It's terrible. And this is really a big thing in the tech space, where you got like these fake accounts leaking information about new phones and gadgets and different things like that. It's terrible, man. Like, and people and actual credible tech publications take these tweets and run with them because they didn't take the time to fact check them and make sure that they were correct. It's just bad, man. It's terrible. But hopefully it gets better. I don't think it's going to get better because there's so much money to be made by this stuff. But yeah, man, it's crazy. But James, what's up, man? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Happy Saturday to you. Appreciate you dropping in, my guy. Hopefully you're doing well. But it's stupid, man. It's a lot of dumb stuff going on out here. It's unfortunate. It's terrible. It's dumb. But people just do not understand how to be credible with their information. Like, all you got to do is do your homework, check your resources, or check your sources. Make sure the information is true before you put it out there. But we don't want to do that anymore. So I don't know. It's kind of nuts. Joe says you can't fact check a leak or isn't a leak. You can't fact check them, but you could actually think about it and make sure and try to figure out if it makes sense as a leak. Because also check the track. You can't fact check them, but you can check their track record. Check their track record to make sure that they actually are a credible source of information. That's not hard to do. Just go back and look through their Twitter timeline and see what's going on, or asking people about them. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, man, people need to be better about checking and doing checking sources and checking people's track records to make sure that they're actually credible people to get info from. It's just dumb, man. It's ridiculous that we are in this day and age where we have this much access to information, but we still can't get it right. like what is going on out here, man? What is going on? Like, what is happening right now? And apparently, there's a blurb out there that Microsoft just overtook Apple to become the world's most valuable company. Interesting. Microsoft now has a market cap of $2.8 trillion. I thought Apple had a market cap of over $3 trillion. Oh, I don't know. But it's kind of crazy to think about Apple having a cap market like that. It's kind of crazy to have think about Microsoft and Apple, or any company for that matter, having a market cap of $1 trillion. Like, not even a billion, yo. They have moved on to trillions. Like, that's just ridiculous. that is kind of crazy, but that's where we're at. Joe says, what's working when Mac Rumor posts articles and then they tell you the leaker isn't reliable? Then why right? Why are you reporting on a piece of information that you yourself saying that it might not be reliable? Like, why are you doing that? Like that. again, you are supposed to be a credible tech source, but you're posting information that you yourself admit might not be reliable. Like what? What are we doing? Somebody make it make sense. I don't understand it, man. Like every time you post information out there and you are wrong, or it comes to find out that you were wrong, you hurt your credibility, and that just makes it so much difficult, much more difficult to trust the tech publications when they can't even be bothered to make sure that the information that they're posting is actual credible information. It's just, oh, Joe, it's rough out here, Joe. It's rough out here, yo. It's very rough. But yeah, that's what's going on, man. Like people are just doing stupid stuff and not checking their people. And it's unfortunate, but it is the day and age that we live in, where people trying to be the hot clickbait topic and getting the attention, because that's what we're talking about here. Everybody's doing this stuff for attention. They're not doing it because they want to be credible or anything like that. They just want the attention that comes with it. And, you know, attention sometimes brings money with it and all that stuff. So that's where we're at. It's unfortunate. It's stupid. It is what it is. But that's where we're at, man. That's where we're at. All right. So again, like I said, if you guys want to talk about anything, you got any topics you want me to discuss or anything like that, please post them in the chat. Again, I am trying to raise money to get Apple Vision Pro, which actually goes up for pre-order in the next 6 days. So if you guys want to hit me up with a YouTube super chat or hit up the PayPal, that's also in the chat. I'll put the PayPal in there again just for you guys. But if you want to do a super chat or hit me up with the PayPal, there's the PayPal link for you. Super chat is also an option. Whatever is easier for you guys to do, it will be greatly appreciated as we try to raise this money for Apple Vision Pro. Currently, we have raised around $845 so far. So pretty good start to this journey to Apple Vision Pro. And I appreciate every one of y'all that have donated. So thank you again for donating. But we still got a little bit more ways to go. So again, if you guys are willing and able to donate, please do. Just know that you're not required to donate. Just you hanging out and being here is enough for me. But if you can donate, the option is there for you. So again, I appreciate y'all's support. And thank you again for just rocking, man. This is the 13th day in a row that we have been here rocking and rolling, live streaming. And again, we got 18 more days to go. Because I told y'all, even though Vision Pro is going up for pre-order on the 19th, I am still live streaming every day this month to try to raise this money, because I am going to pre-order regardless, but I still have to raise the money to pay off the credit card once that happens. So that's what I'm going to try to do. But I appreciate y'all being here, helping me do this and rocking out. So thank you again as we try to raise this money. And again, you're going to get all the Vision Pro coverage that you can get from me and that you can handle, yo, because we taking a deep dive. We are going to do all that. So it is what it is. So I appreciate y'all being here. But if you got questions, comments, or whatever, feel free to put them in the chat and we can have a conversation. Yeah. Woo! All right, speaking of Mac rumors and whatnot, let's see if anything going on with Mac rumors, anything else going on today. Oh, we got Issue Pro. Why is that in there? That's crazy. What we got? Apparently we're talking about iPhone 16, of course, because the iPhone 16 is going to be all the rage come up here in the later on parts of the year. Although I think it's going to be overshadowed by Apple Vision Pro this year. But of course, anytime a new iPhone is coming up for release, we're going to talk about that for sure. But I think the defining headline for this year is going to be Apple Vision Pro. That's just what it is. It's a new technology that Apple has not done before, and that's why it's going to get the bulk of the news cycle. And I just find it crazy that it's gotten so much attention that it's almost kind of overshadowed Samsung's Unpacked event next week. Like, that's nuts. You got so much stuff going on with Vision Pro that they've literally overshadowed Samsung and Unpacked. Like, damn, man. Kind of savage for Apple, but not surprising that Apple has done that, because we're talking about Apple here. They do not care. They do not care, yo. They do not care. Let me check messages and things like that. Oh, man. Let's see what else going on here. Let's see. What else is happening here? What else is going on? Also, CES is, I think, coming to an end. Hey, speaking of Joe, he just talked about CES. Has anything caught my eye? No, not. You know what? to be honest, I haven't really been paying too much attention, but just from what I've been seeing online and on Twitter and different things like that, nothing has really caught my eye. But you know what? Let's go out here and do a Twitter search and see if there's anything popping off that I should be looking at. Let's see. Let's look into this right now. Let's see if anything's happening from CES. It seems like there's like a lot of AI stuff going on with CES, and obviously so with AI being the big thing that's coming in technology and whatnot. All right, so I'm seeing a bunch of projectors. Oh, we got Michael Fisher and Click. That's pretty interesting. Let's see what else going on at CES. Let's see anything else going on at CES. We got a bunch of my tech people meeting for the first time, which I'm kind of sad that I'm not there to meet my tech compadre. But here, Joe said we got some Qi 2 chargers. That is such a weird way to pronounce that with that spelling, but it's Qi 2 charger. God, say that 10 times fast. Qi 2. Got some cool cars coming out of CES, obviously, but they never reach actual streets. They're just conception, different things like that. But yeah, nothing really has jumped out of me, Joe, to be honest with you, as I'm looking up and down the Twitter here. But you got to remember that a lot of the stuff from CES never makes it to reality anyway. Most of it is concept stuff regardless, but some of it is pretty cool. Obviously, there's a lot of robotic stuff, a lot of TVs and things like that. So yeah, nothing really that's really popping off on me per se. But yeah, I mean, obviously CES is always the biggest tech event of the year, so that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's also the place where a lot of people get sick. The CES flu is a well-documented thing that seems to happen every single year, so that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Hard to get over it when you got that many people in an enclosed space and going back and forth. So yeah. Also, I've seen some AR glasses. I think the X Real 2s are coming out. Heard something about those, so that's happening. So there's a few things going on, but nothing really that popped out of me about CES this year. That I'll be like, damn, I want to talk about that. So nothing really major that's popping off of me. But yeah, we'll see what happens when people when the creators can get back from CES and make their videos about the recaps and stuff like that. So we shall see. Again, shout out to all the people that are hanging out and watching with me today. Appreciate y'all hanging out on this Saturday morning. Thank you for being here. You are joining me on my journey to Apple Vision Pro. I am live streaming every day in the month of January to try and raise money for the Apple Vision Pro. This is a $3,500 headset before taxes, which is kind of crazy, before taxes. So that means that this thing is ultimately going to be around $4,000 when it's all said and done. So I'm trying to raise the money. So far, we have raised about $845 out of the $3,500 or whatever. So we're on the right track. And the pre-orders go live next Friday morning. So I'll be around for that, doing that pre-order live stream. But yeah, that's what we're doing out here. I'm doing this Undertaker again. Value said Brian Tong already sounds like he got sick. I'm not surprised. Hopefully he'll feel better. But every year CES happens, there's always a bunch of people that get sick every year without fail. It's widely thought that CES was the super spreader event for COVID. So that's a whole nother thing going on like that. So yeah, CES is usually the harbinger of sickness for a lot of people, unfortunately. Joe says, I'm just curious to see what developers build for Vision Pro. You and me both, yo. Vision Pro will literally be make or broken by developers. They will make or break the experience. If they can come up with unique experiences that highlight why that technology is so amazing, then you got something. But if developers can't make it any different from what we already have out there with HoloLens and the Meta Quest, then it's going to be another thing that collects dust at the end of the day. Doug Houston, what's up, third? Another person that's seemingly up early this morning. Man, Doug, I know you just got through with the nickname stream, but man, go to bed, yo. Get your rest. But appreciate you, Doug. And like Doug said, definitely smash that like button for your boy Vyyyper. Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you for that. But yeah, gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. Whatever Vision Pro can or can't do, Vyyyper will let you know. Vyyyper will keep it real out here. I will be letting y'all know everything that this thing can and cannot do, and we out here doing the thing. Kyle says that a disappointed the Vision Pro isn't available in Canada on launch. Might need to plan a covert operation. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do, yo. Do what you got to do, yo. Not only that, Kyle, the other thing that's a little disappointing to me is that there's only going to be about 60 to 80,000 available units available at launch. 60 to 80,000? Are you kidding me? That's like a bunch of nothing, bro. So I fully expect them to sell out launch weekend. I thought there would be like more, but apparently the number of the 400,000 number that we've been hearing is how many units they expect to produce for the entire year. But next week they're only gonna have like 60 to 80,000 units available. Like that's just crazy to me. That's crazy to me, man. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What's going on, bro? What the fudge? Ooh, give me. Oh my god. But yeah, that's crazy to me. Joe said he thinks that it'll be a year or two before we see what it's capable of. You're probably right. It's going to take some time for developers to try to figure out what the thing can and can't do so they can develop the best app experiences for it. So I agree with you with that. It's going to take some time. Sean tells him we are troll squatting. I appreciate y'all hanging out and coming over and checking your boy Vyyyper out as I live stream for the 13th day in a row. We just out here chilling. We out here chilling. Joe said this launching for developers, not the mainstream consumer. If they want everybody to buy it, they make more than $500,000 a year. Joe, they will make more than $500,000, and they would also lower the price. So to your point, this is definitely a beta test. This is basically like the Galaxy Z Fold 1. It's the Z Fold 1 all over again. Hopefully this launch goes a lot better than what that one did. Kyle said they're being really selective with who they give them out to as well. So it's even more important to listen to people who buy these and have real thoughts on them. Oh my god, I talked about that the other day. But yes, this whole hand-selected reviewer thing, it makes me nauseous, yo. It gives me cause to pause, man. Like, anytime I hear stuff like that, I'm always thinking, what's wrong with it? Like, what is it that they don't want us to know, yo? What is it that they don't want us to know? Like, we're gonna find out. You cannot hide, man. If this thing is half-baked, I'm gonna let you know it's half-baked. We not hiding nothing out here, yo. We not hiding nothing. So, if you really need a half-baked product, Vyyyper will have words. Vyyyper will need to speak with you, Tim Cook. We will need to have an uncomfortable conversation. This thing's half-baked, yo. It better be ready to go day one. It better be ready to go. Now, I don't expect all the crew apps to be available day one because I know the developers have. I know that the developers have not had enough time to make cool apps for the thing. They've only had it for like what, 8-9 months, but there better be something available day one that I can just hang my hat on and be like, damn, that's cool. Otherwise, I'm gonna be looking at Tim Cook like, bro, what are we doing? Because it seems like a lot of the apps that are going to be available day one will just be iPhone and iPad apps. And I already got that, yo. I already got that. So I need some unique Vision Pro experiences day one. Again, I'm not expecting too many, but there better be some ready to go. So I can just be like, all right, this is what the thing's capable of. Let's go, baby. Let's go. But we shall see, yo. We shall see. And the whole face scanning during pre-order, that annoys me too, because that's going to take more time for me to get this device. I'm trying to hit that Apple Pay button and go about my business. But apparently, it's not going to be that simple because you got to scan your face and all this stuff. Like, come on, bro. Can we do that before the launch? Like, come on, bro. What are we doing out here? Like, what are we doing, Apple? What are we doing? Just saying, bro. I'm just saying. What are we doing out here? So, yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm like, what are we doing out here? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing out here? What are we doing? What are we doing, man? What are we doing? But, yeah. That's how I feel, man. That is how I feel. And we are rapidly approaching pre-order day. It's kind of crazy that we are getting this close to pre-order. Today is the 13th. Pre-order are live the 19th. And that's 6 days away. Crazy how fast time flies when stuff like this is happening. But yeah, that's what's going on, man. That is what's going on out here. But again, if you guys got any questions, comments you want to talk about, throw them in the chat. And if you want to donate to help me acquire Division Pro, your donations are greatly appreciated. Hit me up with the YouTube Super Chat or hit me up with the PayPal that's in the chat as well. Either way, whatever's easier for you to donate, greatly appreciate it. The PayPal is just there because if you do PayPal, I get 100% of the donation. If you donate via YouTube, I get less than 100% because they take 30%. So that's why the PayPal is there, so I get the 100% of your donation. But whichever way you guys can donate, I appreciate it either way. So thank you again. And your donation, you're not required to donate. That's the other thing. I want to make sure that I highlight that you are not required to donate. It's basically if you can and are willing. Okay, if you can't, fine. I'm just appreciate you being here and hanging out. You're not required to donate. I'm not one of those people like, you better donate. You better donate. No, fam. We're not doing that out here. I'm not doing that, bro. I appreciate y'all just hanging out and being here. I'm not going to be one of these people out that demands money of my audience. I have seen Twitch streamers get pissed and get into a whole ass mood because somebody sub them $5 or 99 cents. Like, come on, fam. Ain't nobody required to give you money. Like, ain't nobody required to give you money. Like, if you wanted to like have a job that you were guaranteed money, go get a 9 to 5, bro. Go get a 9 to 5 out here. But either way, again, like I said, I appreciate you all being here and hanging out for these live streams. Cause I imagine at some point in this month, y'all gonna get tired of me, yo. Cause now I'm not only here, I'm out here putting videos out on the main channel 2 days a week. So my face is probably all over YouTube at this point between these live streams, the videos. I'm literally all over the place on YouTube, yo. So I'm surprised y'all not tired of your boy Vyyyper yet. You're not tired of, are you sure you're not tired of Vyyyper? Are you sure you're not tired of Vyyyper yet? I'm curious out here. I want to know. I want to know out here. I want to know. Chantel says, phew, hoping that you get something for the views. So that's your, yeah, you for the kitty, for the kitty. Yeah. The thing about it is, after these live streams are over with, I do go into my studio and I turn on monetization. I don't have it on during the live stream because I know that people don't like their experiences interrupted or whatnot. But after the live stream's over with, if you're not here live, then yeah, you got to sit through ads, bro. It is what it is. But when these streams are over with, I do go into the back and I do turn on monetization. So it is what it is. But probably doesn't make me much money because I'm probably getting the bulk of the view live, but I just rather do it that way for me, my sanity, your sanity. So it is what it is. Let's see what else is going on here. What else is happening? Let me see. We might land the plane early today because there's not a lot of people here, and I mean, it's not really much to talk about today. Like I said, if you guys got questions, comments, feel free to drop them. Let me make sure I didn't miss any donations on PayPal. Also, actually, this is going to be interesting because if I don't get any donations today, this will be the first time I don't get any donations in the stream, which I figured would happen at some point. I mean, you can't go I did not expect to go every day without a get. Oh, never mind. I lied. We have a PayPal donation. Let me see who dropped this off. Okay. We got a PayPal donation from Kyle. All right. Yeah. Kyle in the building. I appreciate the donation, Kyle. Kyle with the $15 PayPal donation. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you for that. So the streak continues. So every day I've been live this month, somebody has donated. At least one person has donated. So thank you. I thought we were about to break the streak, but the streak lives because Kyle is in the building. So thank you, sir. Appreciate that. So that brings me to $860 that have been donated so far for this cause. Sincerely appreciate all of you all donating and rocking out. So thank you for that. So now we're up to $860 that has been donated toward me trying to get the Apple Vision Pro. So thank you, Kyle, for that dono. Sincerely appreciate it, my guy. Again, I know you guys are not required. You're not required to. You are choosing to help me out, and I sincerely appreciate that. For real, that is amazing. But unless you guys got any last thoughts, comments, anything you want to talk about, I think I'm gonna let you guys go early today because again, I will be back here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern to live stream with you guys. So I'm not gonna prolong the stream if there's nothing really to talk about so much. And we've been here for about 43 minutes, so I feel that's a good time that we can land the plane and let you guys have your Saturday back and do what you need to do. So yeah. So any last thoughts, comments, words before we land the plane, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to give you guys your Saturday back, give Chantel and Doug their Sunday so they can go to bed and do all the things. All right. So I guess on that note, thank you so much for hanging out with me for the 13th day in a row. I will be here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, a little bit earlier than today. Since there's no Nick Nimitz streaming, I don't want to step on Nick Nimitz's toes, but we'll be back here tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. to do it all over again. Day 14, trying to raise this money. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for being the most amazing people on YouTube to hang out with and support and do all the things. And I will catch y'all in about 23 hours. So I'll see you in about, actually it's about 22 hours. So I will see you in 22 hours. Peace.